Do you ever wonder why some sites get featured in Google's AI overviews while others are ignored? Well, in this video, you'll learn how to use the Analyze AI Overview report from Keywords Everywhere to see exactly which pages Google trusts and why. And by the end, you'll know how to read the report, what each column means, and why this feature is useful for SEO, GEO, and also content research. So let's get started. First, make sure you have the Keywords Everywhere extension installed and turned on, then do a Google search. So in this example, I searched for top 5 CRM tools. And you could see the AI overview show up right here. You could see the main answer highlighted. So according to Google, the top 5 CRM tools are Salesforce, HubSpot, Zoho, Pipedrive, and also Monday. It also included a YouTube video and also goes more into detail around the top CRM software. And you can see all of the pages listed out right here. Now, if the report is available, you will see this button right here. It's called Analyze AI Overview. So when you click on it, it'll open up the report that looks like this. So you could see the entities that were mentioned at the top. So these are the top 5 CRM tools. And these are all of the websites and URLs that Keywords Everywhere pulled. And you'll see some very important metrics right here inside this table. So if you are doing competitive research or trying to figure out how you can be cited in AI overviews, this report, all of these metrics are very important to study. And I'm going to go over each one of these right now. First, let's start with grounded. If it says yes, these are the specific URLs that Google used to build its answer. But if you see a dash, it means it didn't specifically use it. So to build this entire answer, Google used most of these URLs. So you could think of it as how the content is quote unquote grounded on the information found at these specific URLs, okay? And if it has a dash, as you see right here, it wasn't directly cited or used to write the visible text. And next, you'll see this pool rank column. So this is a metric that identifies where these URLs rank within the source pool that Google uses to generate the answer. Now, this is Google's internal pool that we actually don't have access to, but we can see which are considered more relevant than others, with one being the most relevant. So for this query, the most relevant source in Google's pool is this YouTube video. You can see it's ranked number 1, followed by this article from Monday.com. This is ranked number 2. And then the least relevant is this one right here. It's ranked number 12, and that's for Upskillist.com. Now on the flip side, you'll see the displayed rank. So this is all about what you actually see, okay? So it's basically the order in which these links appear visually as shown in Google's AI overviews. So you could see the number 1 URL is from Forbes. And if you go back to Google, you could see Forbes ranked at the top right here. And then the second one is Zapier. And you'll see that number 2 right here. So it's this Zapier blog article. And if these URLs are ranking in the regular organic search results, you will be able to see it in the organic rank column. So out of all of these URLs, there are 2 that are ranking organically, and that's Forbes and also Zapier. Forbes is ranking number 2, and Zapier is ranking number 6. Now, the shown in text column refers specifically to whether a URL or brand name is explicitly written within the AI Overview's answer. So you could see there are 2 of them. The first one is Monday, and then this second one is this YouTube video. So if we go back to the AI Overview, you could see the YouTube video right over here, and Monday is listed right here. Now, this is good for SEO because people see your brand name immediately while they are reading the answer without even needing to click a link. So it does help by pushing your brand name out there. Now we also offer these 3 SEO metrics for these URLs if they are available. So the first SEO metric is the Moz domain authority. So it is out of 100, 100 being the most authoritative from a backlink perspective. The next one is the open page rank, and it is out of 10. So this is another data point for evaluating the domain strength. And we also have the backlink score, which is out of 100. And it's calculated from the Moz domain authority and open page rank using this standard formula that you see here. So having these SEO metrics next to the AI overview data gives you a clearer, more complete view. Okay, so you can see which sources Google's AI references and how strong those sources are from an SEO standpoint. So this makes it easier to understand what your content needs to be included in AI overviews. So if your goal is to have your content sourced in AI overviews, I would pay close attention to the URLs that are grounded and pay particularly close attention to the URLs that have a lower pull rank. So I would first analyze the article from Monday.com and then Forbes, so on and so forth. And also take a look at the SEO metrics as well. So as you can see, most of these sites have very high Moz domain authority, but there are a couple that stand out that have lower SEO scores. So for this one, Criteo.com, this has a Moz domain authority of 54. The pull rank is a 5. And if we open up the article, it looks like this is what Google is referencing. So I would take a look at this, but also the entire article as well. You can see the content is fresh. It's the current year. They have a list of key takeaways. And again, this is what Google is specifically pulling. And the entire article is pretty thorough, right? They go really into detail and have various headings to organize the information. They also have a table right over here. Now, this is interesting, right? So even though the Moz domain authority is on the lower end, Google still used this URL as a source. And I think that's because it's very, very thorough. Another one that stands out is this one. So appsruntheworld.com. This one has an even lower Moz domain authority. And taking a look at this page, we could see an infographic right at the top here. And take a look at this. This also has a table. You could see the various CRM software, and it looks like they provided, 10 in this table. And as you can see, they really do go into detail for each of the various software in this article. There's also this second table, so on and so forth. So tons of statistics and information organized, it looks like, by year as well, including more charts and graphs and things like that. So another great article to take a look at. And of course, don't forget to take a look at the grounded URLs and pay close attention to the ones that have a lower pull rank. Okay, so hopefully you thought this video was helpful. I'll include a link to this article in the description where you could learn more about this report and also learn more about each of the columns as well. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in the next one.